Assassin Juggernaut gets picked up with a ban on the Gyrocopter now from HappyFeet. So they're like, well, we'll get one or the other. And Juggernaut is going to be in that pool. Also an okay hero in this situation. There's a lot of magical damage and stuns and clutch gamers you can avoid. Lanes, I guess lane's okay against the Centaur, not necessarily like a huge lane for him to play in, but it's alright. And clutch gamers, they pick up the Wraith King, a hero that was banned out in the last series in the last stage, I believe, but well, a lot of the safe lane carries have been removed, and this is one of them, the ones that's still left. Gives you some combo potential against the Bat Rat, I suppose. Interesting. I would actually imagine that clutch gamers will try to first blood the Bat Rider and just try to shut him down to begin with. Because you have 3 stuns. You have the Snowball, you have the Wraith King's stun, you have the CM, and if you rotate them with the Wraith King starting up with his stun, then he can actually use 2 stuns in one fight. So the Bat Rider should be a fairly easy hero to kill. And before he's level 2, he can't really fall back onto the jungle, so he has to go lane. This is like the curse of the hero at the moment. So if you can just give him a pain getting that level 2, then Clutch Gamers is going to have a very good game for themselves. And as for the mid lane, sure, you want to shut down the Shadow Fiend, but you don't necessarily have to do it level 1. You can let the TA 1-on-1 with the Shadow Fiend or 1-on-2 with the Slaughter helping. Maybe the Shadow Fiend gets a couple of last hits for himself, but it's still overall a TA favorite matchup, like whether or not the Shadow Fiend gets a decent start. So if the Bat Rider gets shut down to begin with and he gets nothing in his lane, then the 2 supports can focus on either getting farm for themselves or roaming around and shut down the Shadow Fiend afterwards. So we'll see what this Tusk wants to do to begin with. He is TPing down to the bottom area just to set up some ward. He does have both wards on him, boots on him as well, and all that good stuff. He will go very deep in, maybe just to block that small camp to give the Centaur as good a time as possible. Looks like that is going to be his plan. He puts down a sentry rod to block the camp, and a ward will be placed somewhere as well. Does he block the other camp as well, or does he just normal ward? Alright, he actually blocks it as well, so he blocks both camps. This is him saying, well, we're playing against Jug, we're playing against Disruptor. It's kind of difficult for the Centaur to contest the camps, so just make sure they can't pull at all, and then you're gonna have a good time. Dusk will maybe still, once again, like I said, start up in the mid lane with that TA. Maybe he can block the creep wave a little bit for him, but he's moving up towards the top area, so looks like he wants to be up against the Bat Rider in the end. CM is up here as well, not really anything great on him. The Wraith King does have his stun available, and a Mango to use it multiple times. The Shadow Fiend, a lot of regen on him, 3 tangos on him to make sure he doesn't die easily. Alright, the Slaughter is also going to start up in the mid lane. Go back and block your mid laners. Creep wave, you got them full. Alright, the Tusk does actually realize that there's a ward in the mid lane as well. So, just a wild guess, and it works out. Works out very well. I'm not sure why I'm lacking. Like, I have these small spikes. Is that my internet? Doesn't look like I have any frame issues on the stream. So I guess maybe it's just the servers that is acting up. Maybe it's my connection to the servers. Hopefully it will not continue too much, but we'll see. The Slaughter will indeed help the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane to begin with. And Assassin, I mean, he should still be fine. Loses a couple of last hits for now. Tusk is making a movement up to the top area. Let's see if he can get this done. He tried to go for a snipe on the courier, but he realizes that he was way too late. So he wants to go back and get that kill on the Bat Rider. The Bat Rider is just leeching a little bit to begin with. He doesn't really want to do anything. He just wants to show himself, as he knows if he shows himself, it's just all about him dying. So we'll see the CM will spot out that he's here. The Tusk is still in position to go on him. He have a very, very deep ward as well, spotting out the movements of that Bat Rider, even blocking this camp. So they really do not want to let him stack anything for himself. They focus on the Bat Rider being level 1. Right now he's sitting barely in experience range. He does get a little bit of experience, almost level 2, but he's making sure he doesn't show himself, just because in his eyes it's like the second he shows himself, that's the second that they go on him and kill him. But he's really not getting anything by doing this. I mean, he's leeching denied experience, so it's very, very limited how much he's getting. He just barely got his level 2 now. In the meantime, the Centaur with his Iron Talon is level 2.5. He is able to last it pretty nicely. I mean, usually you go for that Stout Shield slash PMS first, but with an Iron Talon, it means he can actually lane fairly easily against these heroes and at least get some lasters for himself. He does have 4 lasters in his back. He's going to be able to get some levels as well. Mid lane, the Shadow Fiend, 8 lasters versus the TA's 5, so I guess the Slaughter is helping him pretty nicely, and the Tusk may be able to set up and make a move in the mid lane and help him now, as they want to shut this Shadow Fiend down as soon as possible. It's like the Centaur is moving in to try and pick up that rune. Slaughter, he doesn't even bother going forward. Doesn't even bother.
Got it looking fine.
Alright, the races come out from the Shadow Fiend. He's doing a lot of damage to this Templar Assassin, as the refraction is not really being that useful for him. Hana in the jungle may be a little bit in trouble as the Slaughter moves in. Tries to lose a little bit of experience. Will go for a crush. May actually be able to run him down and kill him as Hana. He's going to be very low. He does have a stun available in 1 second. Does he? Oh, he should be able to get it off. Yeah, it's fine. The Slaughter realizes that he has enough mana to use another stomp. He may actually try and run him down. He needs to get the stomp off. See, nah, he's fine. Slaughter's not quite fast enough to get close enough to use his crush. So that's that, guys. Alright, let's take a look overall at who's laning and how is it going. This Juggernaut is free farming in this lane. 18 last 14 denies, having a very good time. The Wraith King is a little bit behind. The Shadow Fiend is also winning the matchup against the TA. As the TA, he's being destroyed in this matchup at the moment. The Shadow Fiend is level 4 and the TA is only level 3. So, not really the best start in the world. Not having the Tusky and the Slaughter being annoying is definitely putting a lot of pain against this Templar Assassin. And, well, the Battle Rider is actually sitting on the same amount of lasters as the Centaur as well. So, they're not really having the same start as they did last time on the side of CG. Like, I definitely expected them to have a much better time. And now the Battle Rider as well, he will have this little camp for himself that he stacked. He will clear it as well. Tusk will be able to leech a little bit at the very least, maybe take a couple of lasters as well. He does leech most of it, so almost gets a free level 3 because of that. Will TP himself back towards the tier 1 tower in the mid lane as well. Crush was used, so he's fine. At least he takes a little bit of experience away from the Battle Rider. That's always something, right?
This'll come in handy.
Battle Rider does have 13 lasters now and only 11 on the Centaur, so still, I mean, they need to get a lot more farm in the Centaur if they want to make sure that he can outscale that Battle Rider. He is barely level 4 now. He can continue clearing camps with that Iron Talon that he decided to go for level 1. I'm not sure why he would go Iron Talon this game though, but I guess maybe in his mind he was going to be tri-laned by the Slaughter, Disrupt, and the Jug. But if you expect that it's just a Jug and a Disruptor, you should be able to lane against them easily level 1. I mean, just with a poor man's shield. So that's why I was a little bit confused by that, but well, it's his decision in the end, right? If anything, if you're like super worried, you could even just go for boots and then you would be able to outrun the Juggernaut's spin, so that would not be an issue. The Tusk is in the bottom lane for the moment. The Jug is level 5. Not quite having his Omnislash to be able to Tusk is trying to get a little bit of experience for himself first, but actually finally happens in the top lane as the Battle Rider goes in with the help of the 2 supports. They set up and they kill the Wraith King before he's level 6. That is always something you should try and do if you have the power and the heroes to do it. And well, HappyFeet, they get the mark on the map first. The CM still just hanging around in the jungle, 2 points in Arcana, or even just to have that maximum jungle value. So he's definitely just the kind of guy who does not really care about anything. The Wraith King in the top lane is a little bit in danger. He goes into the lane again and he does have 3 stacks on him, 4 stacks on him. They could run him down if they want to. They go in, they get the frostbite on one of them. Battle Rider gets stunned up. They try to actually kill him. Do they get the kill? He tries very badly. The Battle Rider will drop down to the CM, but the Wraith King died again as he TB'd into another round of 3 heroes. I'm not sure why he expected them to not be there still, but the Wraith King takes 2 dies for that. His net worth is going to be falling down very, very quickly because of that. He's on 2,000 net worth. The Juggernaut is on 3,000. So HappyFeet, they are getting a lot done already. The Battle Rider is putting enough pressure on the lane to be annoying. He's sitting on all of his early game items. He can rush towards a blink next. As for the Shadow Fiend, also having a good time. He will just leech a little bit of that joyful shrine. They do still have vision of them, so they know that the Slaughter and the Disruptor is once again coming back to the lane. They want to continue shutting down this Wraith King, as I mean, they've done it 2 times, why not a 3rd time, as he's still not level 6. Templar Assassin does have a haste on him, so maybe you could make a rotation or try and kill the Shadow Fiend depending on where the Shadow Fiend moves. But for now, nothing is happening. CM, Level 5, I mean, he does have a good amount of levels at the very least, especially after getting that Batrider solo kill, but I don't know, man. CG's CM 3 points in the Arcane Aura, that's maybe a little bit too much. I mean, I know that the spell is amazing, but a CM with only 1 point in Frostbite and a Crystal Nova is not doing a lot of damage in the fights, so it feels like it's maybe a little bit too much emphasis on keeping everyone happy with mana. Centaur is jungling in the enemy jungle as well. They do have that CM hidden, placing down a ward. He does spot out that Slaughter, fishing around. In the meantime, 2-man smoke comes out from the TA as well as the Tusk. They have that haste available still. They want to go into the top lane. The Wraith King is going to start his bait. He needs to prepare the Slaughter. The spotter, they go on the Batrider, they try and burn him down. The Slaughter moves in the meantime. Snowball comes out, they hit. They get a jump on the Batrider, but the Wraith King is burning so goddamn quickly. Stampede comes out, the Wraith King will be able to survive actually. So despite the 5 stacks, he will not burn down. The CM goes in, he's hucking that. Oh, and he will be killed as the Batrider tried to TP out, but he decided he wants that CM kill first. He will get a CM kill, the Slaughter will be taken down the backlines, but this is not worth it. That is 4 versus 3, and they only get a 1-for-1 trade-off on the side of CG. Bottom lane in the meantime, the Centaur, well, Omni Slash was used, didn't get a kill with it, and the Centaur survived, so I guess the Stampede was maybe used defensively, but it did help out the Wraith King regardless. Like, that Stampede can always get him away from that Batrider's insanely annoying napalm, right? So 1-for-1 trade-off, CG. Almost 2,000 gold behind, 1,000 experience. The Tusk is nearing level 6. He does have Arcane Boots completed as well, so his early game is secured. The Batrider gets hit, but he does have Firefly available, so shots never stop him from being able to move around. That's the joy of having a Batrider against the Tusk, obviously. The Juggernaut is rushing towards a Yasha by the looks of things, so no Helm of the Dominator, no early game pressure with the Jug. He just wants to go for an AFK farm style top lane. Looks like the Tusk is going to be a little bit in trouble. He goes for Snowball onto the Creeper. Will be able to survive for now. He does use his Frozen Sigil as well to be able to slow the Batrider further. Very nicely played by the Tusk. I'm not sure how he ended up having like 5 stacks on him, but regardless, Batrider definitely wanted to get that kill. He's rushing towards drums as well in this game, so this is when you as a Batrider just saying, well, I have a good lane and I want to continue putting pressure on that lane. The Wraith King is now level 6 though, so killing him is going to be a little bit problematic unless you have a lot of heroes. They most likely have to rotate the HappyFeet or the Jug in here to be able to burn him down twice, because this is the only 2 heroes that have enough burst damage early game to do that. Get that killed twice. The Disruptor still needing his level 6 Slaughter as well. They want to get levels on these 2 supporters. They've been rotating the whole game, and now it's time for them to just focus on their own farm. The CM is moving down bottom, does have his freezing field available, the Tusk is coming as well, and looks like they want to maybe try and reach for a kill on, well, I'm not sure if the Juggernaut is killable, but you never know. Depending on how much this Centaur can bait, he is being very aggressively positioned. He may go in and pull the next creeper as well. No, it's just going past him. Alright, the Tuscan and CM is moving further in. They want to maybe go in deeper, and they could find this little Disruptor. That's a good hero to kill. I mean, an easy hero to kill. Freezing Field comes out, and the Disruptor will be taken down by the CM. No problem there. The Slaughter moved in. The Batrider has made a TP rotation as well. The CM will just continue farming, just clear that little camp in the meantime. They now get a Stampede to follow them up. They get them the hell out of there. The CM is a little bit in trouble though. Goes for Crystal Nova, but the Batrider actually following him down, and now the Tusk is going to be the next one. Tries to survive, goes for a Snowball, will be alive for a few more seconds, but he's dead regardless. And let's see, that is going to be a rundown, and the Tusk dies. So 2 for 1. Maybe overstaying a little bit. They should have just taken the kill and then get the hell out with that Stampede. Maybe even try to TP out, if anything, like try and Frostbite TP out on that Slaughter, but it didn't happen, and then they ended up both losing their lives. Very nice rotation from the Batrider again. Fighting and fighting and fighting. His jump is completed. They now want to go on the TA, as TA does not survive well against them, against Batrider. He dies very quickly. And let's see, the TA will be taken down. They go for Frostbite on that ShadowFiend. King comes in with a rotation. The ShadowFiend is going to be taken down as well. So they get the 1 for 1. Snowball comes out on top of the Batrider. They get an uppercut with the Tusk as well. Another stun from the Wraith King. Looks like the Batrider will be taken down as well. So 2 for 1. Very, very nice rotation from the side of CG. They make that Wraith King active in the fight, and he doesn't even have to use his Reincarnate for that fight. He gets the ShadowFiend and the Batrider killed. I'm sure the TA is happy giving up his life to make sure that the Wraith King comes back in the game, as he was not having the greatest laning stage of his life, but now he's going to be in a nice position. Still behind of the Jug. The Shadow Fiend is also still very fun, but killing the Shadow Fiend always sets him down a little bit because he has to regain his souls and whatnot. And the Juggernaut, well, always deal with the Juggernaut later. Now the mid lane, Shadow Fiend comes back in. They smoke up, they go for another kill on him as he just respawned. And the slaughter plus the Shadow Fiend will be taken down. Now they can go for pushing the tier 1 town in mid lane, as this is not looking good. The TA will go down bottom, Stampede comes out, they want to continue fighting. Static Storm comes out, Sensor goes in, 2-man stomp, the battle will be controlled. Looks like Hana may be taken down here, but the Blink has already done the work. He will burn in the end, as that last tick of the Flame God will kill him. The Rage King will have to use his Reincarnate as well, but that's still a 1-for-4 trade-off. That's very, very nicely done. Alright, very nice dodge of that slaughter. Uppercut comes out, the team is rotating in. They may actually be able to kill him if they continue going. Frostbite is available, they go for the Frostbite, they hit him a couple of times. They need a little bit more, they need the shots as well. Can they get the shots? Fly Soul, he needs to dodge them. They come out, let's see. Oh, and yeah, well, not even necessary. The CM will just pop him with that Crystal Nova. In the meantime, though, the Juggernaut is running down. He does have his Omnislash available. He does want to get at least that 1 kill on the CM. The CM should know this is happening. Oh, and the shots come out, blocking the Jug. Not gonna happen, mate. Not gonna happen. So again, CG, I mean, early game maybe not so good, but the second they start fighting as a team, they are doing very well. And now the top lane, the Battle Rider is going to be jumped again as the Wraith King sets up with that armlet completed. He does a lot of damage, and the Centaur, he does have that blink up. Like in the last fight, goes in, stomps up, and he gets another kill for the team. Let's see in the bottom lane, the team may be a little bit in trouble. It does have a smelt available, blinks away, just purchase the blink in the side shop. And then he gets out, Disrupt done, now gets jumped, Uppercut comes out, the CM will go in with a Crystal Nova as well. The Frostbite is available, Static Storm comes out, buying him a little bit of time to touch. Maybe a little bit from tries to dodge it, but no, the spin will be his death. Templar Assassin in the meantime goes in, gets a kill on the Disruptor. Omnislash comes out, Omnislash will get a kill on one. The Juggernaut may lose his own life for this though, as long as the CM's life is not in vain, they don't get the Frozen Sigil, will continue giving the vision, and the TA gets a double kill for himself. The Juggernaut dying, that is the most farmed here in the game, so if he dies, then the fight is still won. Mid lane, the Shadow Fiend again, still not even full souls. He gets jumped by Hana Centaur, and the Wraith King will follow up and kill him again. Hana's all over the place. I mean, the second he picked up his blink, he's just been destroying everyone. This is what he did in the first game with the Axis Wall, just playing very, very well in that offlane position, top lane. The Tusk will take a little bit of damage. The Battle Rider is flying in as well. Uppercut comes out. Stampede will give him a little bit of space. He tries to snowball himself away, may be able to survive this one, and indeed, Fly Soul on the Tusk will be fine. Mid tower will be taken down as well. The Wraith King is trying to rush towards a blink. He will have it up in 1000 gold, so will not take him too long. Blink is up on the Templar, moving towards his Desolator. Just needs another Mithril Hammer. Centaur, or what's it called, the CM, has his urn completed, so he's kind of tanky. The Tusk as well, most likely will pick up a blink next. He's sitting on 1600 gold, as Fly Soul has been very active on that Tusk as well. Both supports on CG have been doing a lot of plays. And on the side of HappyFeet, still no blink on the Battle Rider. He went for that early drum, so now he's in that position where you're like, okay guys, I've been fighting the whole game, but now I need to focus on not dying for a little bit and finishing my blink. But in the meantime, the CM comes in, takes a little Centaur for him, take that last hit. They want to continue shutting down the Battle Rider. They know that he's desperately trying to finish up enough gold for his blink, so if they can continue killing him, that would be great. Same thing with the Slaughter. These two heroes, they do not want to die anymore, because I mean, 1800 gold on the Slaughter, 1500 gold on the Battle Rider. If they die multiple more times before the blinks get completed, then that could be just a disaster game for them. See the Shadow Fiend, Dragonlance treads, nothing too unusual on him, but I mean, he died what, 3 times in a row, so even though we had a very good early game, that very quickly falls down. Now the Wraith King gets jumped on, Static Storm. Oh, he still doesn't have his Reincarnate. He does not want to die here, will drop down. The Tusk dies as well. That is 2 kills. They glimpse back the CM. That is 3 dead. At HappyFeet, they come in, they show up with a double damage jump with the Static Storm, and they bring everyone down on the side of CG. The only 2 surviving will get the hell out. Yeah, we'll finish up that Desolator in the meantime. The Centaur does have a hood on him, so he can go for full pipe for himself and his team. In the meantime, the tier 1 tower on the top lane will be taken down by the Shadow Fiend as well as the Jug, so they get 3 kills in the tower. The Wraith King will have his Reincarnate available for the next fight, but losing that fight is not good, because now suddenly the Bat Rider can pick up his blink, the Slaughter can pick up his blink, and I mean, you know, if they didn't lose any heroes, the blinks would be up in like 2 minutes. And if they kill the Slaughter and the Bat Rider, the blinks would be delayed. But now since they lost heroes, the 2 blinks that they desperately wanted to delay is now both up. So HappyFeet, they should be a lot stronger in the fight now. A lot stronger. Tusk as well, still trying to finish his own blink. Looks like he just wants to get some AFK farming done in the jungle while waiting for the blink to be finished. So both teams, they're just playing it safe, trying to finish up the items. TA has his Death Slider completed. Sure, you want to fight when the Death Soul's up, but he doesn't really mind waiting like 2 more minutes. He can finish a Dragonlance on top of that, which is a small net worth item. They are moving in, maybe trying to find a Jug. I mean, they could jump in, but I'm not sure what that would help. See, the TA goes in, jumps in, gets the tower asset. I'm not sure how that was not denied if it was within range of just 1 hit, but oh well, oh well. Let's see, the Bat Rider with the blink. They probably want to go for smoke on the side of HappyFeet now, I would imagine. They have a smoke available on the Disruptor. Who do they smoke up? Jug, Bat Rider, and the Disruptor want to group up and go for something. Trap was put down, so they will just use a little Sentry to take away the trap. In the meantime, Roshan is being jumped on by CG. They are in the area. They are trying to control it. In the meantime, they do see the slot in the bottom lane. The Shadow Fiend is just now making a rotation towards the Roshan pit, but they don't know this is happening. They don't have any idea. There's a DD on the Templar after they send out the first stage out to scout as well, so that is just a free Aegis for the side of CG. Not respecting the fact that probably the TA has his Desto, and well, when TA gets Desto, that's when you want to go for a free Aegis for yourself. Now the Battle Rider, strong stop, Desto comes out, he jumps to TA, they're able to burn down the TA, Static Storm comes out as well, very nice 3-man sparks from the Slaughter. They kill the Slaughter, and the TA, they kill the Wraith King as well, but that's just the reincarnation, and now the Slaughter will drop, the Omnicide comes out, the Wraith King is still alive, gets a stun off onto the Juggernaut, will be able to survive continuously, will get himself away, Burn gets popped. The Juggernaut still a little bit in trouble, will be jumping 1 more second until they go for another stun. Armlet Toggle is going to save him this time around, and well, he will be fine. They get 4 kills on the side of HappyFeet, as the only thing they lost was the Centaur, the reincarnation on the Wraith King 2-minute cooldown, and the Aegis on the TA. So CG win a very good fight, and well, the spells was amazing from HappyFeet, but the thing is, you lasso one, you drag him in, you get a nice Requiem off, you get a 3-man crush off into a Static Storm, but when one of them has an Aegis and the other one is a Wraith King who can just reincarnate, then all those ultimates kind of feels a little bit wasted, because you use them to pop the ultimate, you use them to pop the Aegis, and then the second fight is just going completely wrong. HappyFeet, and now lose the Slaughter as well. The Shadow Fiend needs to be a little bit careful, still does not have his BKB available, so it's not like he's a hard hero to kill by any means. Looks like the tier 2 tower in the mid lane will be taken down. They have a new lasso available, but no 4-star on the Bat Rider just yet. They will lose the tier 2 tower, and looks like CG, they'll just back themselves up. Maybe even look towards a tier 2 tower in the top lane as well. Pushing and pushing and pushing, that's how they extend their lead. Obviously, the Centaur does have his pipe up, so you can make his team able to tank through that Static Storm Requiem a little bit better. The Tusk does have his blink up as well, so you can potentially go for some blink snowball saves in some cases. Obviously, against the Disruptors, Disruptor Static Storm is kind of difficult, but against everyone else it's possible. You can blink snowball when the Bat Rider goes in for lasso and pull the what's it called, ally that is lassoed into the snowball, and just make sure that they don't get an easy pop. The TA is also moving towards his BKB next. Makes sense. BKB is alpha omega against heroes like Bat Rider and Disruptor when you are playing TA, so he needs that for the next fight. The Wraith King as well, looking for Blade Mail next by the looks of things, and yeah, he will be able to pick it up now. So Blade Mail is done. Blink, Armlet, Blade Mail. The Wraith King wants to continue fighting. He does have his green candidate available against them. He comes out, the jump in, the get a stomp on the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is going to take a lot of damage here, will be bursted down. Slowly but surely, 1 more hit from the TA, and that is a dead Jug. They continue chasing. The Bat Rider will be the next one. Gets hit by the Wraith King stun. Snowball comes out. They try to snowball onto the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend tries to TP himself out. Did not happen though. The Wraith King in the meantime blinks forward, tries to go on the Bat Rider. The Bat Rider gets hit by another stun. They bring down the Shadow Fiend. They bring down the Bat Rider. They get all the kills they wanted, even though they split up the team halfway through. That's 3 dead on the side of HappyFeet. The Wraith King still has his reincarnation available, so everything is ready to go high ground. They do not have anything to fear. There's no buybacks on the Juggernaut as well as the Bat Rider. Only the Shadow King can use his buyback. Tier 3 tower will be worked down. They don't have a fortification to save it, so this is going to be a set of racks. They have no fortify. Shadow King buys back. And second for the Juggernaut, but the melee racks will definitely drop down from CG. They do not respect anything at all right now as they continue going. Shots come out and well, they take the building, they go back. The Wraith King may lose his reincarnation here. Oh, the Tusk jumps in, gets an uppercut onto the Shadow Fiend, tries to go on this Disruptor with that snowball. They jump in, the Disruptor will be taken down by the shots. That is one more dead on the side of HappyFeet. They lose the Juggernaut as well. Looks like the starter will be the next one to fall as that slow from the Wraith King's reincarnate. Now the Shadow Fiend will be jumped. Stampede comes out and well, he is dead as well. CG, they bring down 4 years inside of HappyFeet as none of them have buybacks available to use the Shadow Fiend buyback already. And even if he respawns, I mean, 9 sold Shadow Fiend, that is not a scary hero to fight up against. So it looks like CG, they can continue pushing. Sadly, there's not any more additional racks they can go for, but they can take the team in the top lane. They can maybe even try and go for the tier 3 as they probably want to play safe after the tower. They may not commit for racks, but we'll see how hard they want to go for this as the Bat Rider. It's in the background, does have his lasso available. They do have that blink snowball though, so as long as the Tusk is ready with his movement, then he can go in and save people. The Bat Rider still no full stuff available, so he has to actually drag them back manually. He goes on the Wraith King, blink snowball. Does he bring him in? No, he does not actually end up saving anyone. He will just wait. The Starter will be the first one to drop. The Wraith King will down inside of CG. They continue fighting though, as the Bat Rider super low will be killed by the TA. 2 hits, 1 kill. Bat Rider is down. The melee racks will be worked down. Looks like they will be able to get one more set of fractals. HappyFeet, they're just not able to get any fighting done whatsoever. Hana goes in, maybe a little bit too aggressive, tries to set up with a thumb on the Shadow Fiend. They do have a glimpse available, so the Centaur should be taken down. Snowball comes out onto the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend gets jumped on. The Shadow Fiend may die here to the TA. No high ground miss as he dies as well. Alright, the TA just make sure that no one follows on. The Templar Assassin maybe will be in trouble himself though, as they just bash him dead. BKB gets popped, Reflection comes out again. The Templar Assassin does get the playing guard. In the meantime, the Disrupt on the bottom lane does have his glimpse available, can at least secure 1 kill most likely. They glimpse the Tusk, and yeah, well, oh, nice blink away from Fly Solo. He may actually survive. Just needs to get a little bit further away. Does have an eel sub available in 5 seconds. Purchase the eels in the base after all. Let's see, the CM picked up a Vega in the enemy base. The Tusk picked up an Eel Scepter. They're just buying items in the enemy base because why not? Aghanim Scepter is completed on the Centaur Rona as well. The Templar Assassin almost has a full Bloodthorn on top of that BKB. The Wraith King does have a Maelstrom done now as well. So in a couple of fights, like they go from being a little bit ahead to being almost 30,000 gold ahead on side of CGS. I mean, you win, you get a what, 5-man team wipe, you get a set of racks, you get another team wipe, you get a set of racks, and you get a couple more kills, and you still don't lose anything. I don't know, man. CG, they just did not let HappyFeet get any ground in that fight. Now the team on the bottom lane will be taken down, and CG, they have the next reincarnation available. It is only 40-second cooldown now because he's level 18, so this could just be the end. I don't think there's any reason for CG to wait and prolong the game any further. They know that the Shadow Fiend does not have BKB, so they just want to abuse that as much as possible. And now let's see, the lasso comes out on the Centaur. He does not get the Stampede up, finally gets it off. Will be able to keep his team safe at the very least. As Lada can take it down the backline, so Wraith King is throwing away the enemy with that Flame Mill. The TA goes in, pauses BKB, tries to burn down the Shadow Fiend. The Shadow Fiend will be controlled, will be killed, does not survive this one as they are 2 dead. Tier 3 tower will be worked on. Wraith King goes in, gets a stun on the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut gets controlled. 1 hit, 2 hits. The Juggernaut may be killed. No, the healing wall keeps him alive. The Static Storm may be able to burn down the TA. He needs to be careful. Wraith King will lose his reincarnation. The Tusk goes in, gets an uppercut off. The TA continues. They get a kill on the Disruptor as well, as all the spells have been used on the side of HappyFeet. They don't have anything left to give. The Future Blade comes out on the Wraith King. They try to control him, but look how tanky he is. He's just not carrying at all. And GG gets called, boys, as HappyFeet. They know there's nothing left, man. There's just nothing left. They lose heroes, they lose racks, they lose everything. And CG, they will win very convincingly 2-0 against HappyFeet. They will stay in Prodota Cup C, and HappyFeet, they are out of it, boys. Hope you enjoyed the series. The next series is going to be up